let's finish this trial because I gotta go to bed soon, and I can't do this tomorrow because I'll kill my voice. Let's do it. Kinji, was it you? Wait a minute, Uhara, this guy? Can you elaborate why it is me? I'm not entirely convinced yet, but according to Kinjo, the killer said contradictory things. That alibi. If you are the one who said contradictions with your words without an alibi, there's only you. Contradictory words? When did Uhara say those? You guys remember what Uhara said moments ago. He said after Uhara was attacked by the criminal in the middle of the night, the cell phone that he had before then disappeared. However, this statement doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense? I'm not sure what you mean. I was not convinced about this. It's just speculation, but I couldn't think of anything else other than this as contradictory words. I'll explain so everyone can understand. First, it was 8:40 p.m. yesterday that the culprit killed Yamaguchi, right? If that's the case, then the culprit would have started destroying evidence, such as hiding the spells or wiping the body. And at this point, Inori must have been held in the hands of the culprit as well. Do you guys remember? Inori's white coat was used for wiping the blood of Yamaguchi. Looking at this, it would be no exaggeration to say that Inori and Yamaguchi were both aimed at the same time. And everyone knew how Inori died. Inori died from a remote murder using a mobile phone's alarm. She was killed in a thoroughly planned crime. Just by seeing that they had already removed the white coat and used it to wipe Yamaguchi's blood, it was a bold move that was possible because everything was planned and prepared. To summarize this, they killed Yamaguchi first with full preparation, brought Inori into the trick just as planned. It must be said that everything was going according to their plan. All the preparations were completed since the beginning of the time when they were attacked. Otherwise, they would have gambled on remaining risks. Indeed, after all those preparations. But then, what's weird about that? Don't you realize? Ohara said that the cell phone was stolen in the middle of the night. Could the perpetrator, who acted so thoroughly and deliberately, carry out such bold actions with a mobile phone not in hand? Huh? Wait a minute. As Maeda said, at the time of killing Inori that way and attacking from yesterday at night, it must be said that they already devised a trick using the mobile phone. If they didn't have a cell phone in hand, you would think and act first, and then attack away at Har without knowing whether or not it will succeed and take their cell phone. However, the cell phone was in Ohara's possession since he found it. So how did the killer steal the phone from Ohara? It was either a pre-raid, or it was never done in the first place. The answer to this question is very simple. If you were Uhara, you would have been able to execute the plan without any difficulty. Uhara did something like this? You're the culprit who killed Inori and Yamaguchi? Huh. What? Hey, what now? What's so funny? No, I apologize, but isn't this a little funny? I am a murderer who believes in God and tells the teachings of the Father. This is outrageous. So, Uhara-han isn't the killer, is he? He is not, right? Of course, I am not the culprit. If I say that, would you believe me? Huh? According to your reasoning so far, I'm the only one who meets the conditions of being the culprit. But I can't believe you guys by just saying that I'm the culprit in such a situation. Well, I'm 99.99% certain that you are the culprit. Then can I prove myself with the remaining 0.01%? What? I said according to your reasoning, which means if your reasoning is wrong, I will not become the culprit either. Are you saying you have room to argue with? Of course, from now on, let me prove my innocence by showing that your reasoning is wrong. Are you prepared? Oh, okay. The reason you point to me as the culprit is because I don't have an alibi at the time of the crime and at nighttime, and the contradictory words about the cell phone, correct? There's nothing I can say about an alibi, but it's nothing but an assertion that you say that I'm the culprit with just that. So let me show you why it's not strange at all if I had my phone stolen that night. Reasoning is well put. Is that really the right answer? Didn't you know the premise is wrong? For example, would Yamaguchi really be dead at 8:40 in the evening? all over already. Yamaguchi is irrelevant because the reason why Ohara is suspected, it's because by evening Inori was already captured. It doesn't make sense the cell phone was removed after nighttime. Killer works to watch act rashly without preparation. Talking about before that. Whether Yamaguchi or Inori were caught at 8:40 in the evening means it was the next morning that we found the body. If they left the body there until then, wouldn't have been impossible to find it. At 40 in the evening, a lot of hours still remained at nighttime. It makes sense that they wouldn't go to the library in that room until the morning after. Alright. They were attacked last night. Alright, it's a bloody locker. Here we go. Okay, here we go. It's the second point. We know it's the bloody locker. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, I did the wrong statement. Fuck. Yes. No, I got it wrong again. Fuck, there's a second one. Fuck, there's a second one in that one. Just keep spamming. I forgot there was a second statement. There's gotta be two statements here. Yep, there we go. There it is. Break. Alright. You left the corpse alone? Do you really believe that? Do you have any evidence to deny this? Of course, remember the locker room Makaru was kept inside? It said the locker was covered in blood. Makaru did not bleed, so what's the reason for this? And as Makaru said earlier, she said the method they used was chloroform, so they didn't bleed from any injury. If that's the case, someone else was in there inside, dropping blood. That's right, Yamaguchi's corpse must have been inside the locker when he died recently. Then the killer stunned Makaru and Kinjo, the only eyes who wandered around nighttime. That's it. After attacking Makaru, they moved Yamaguchi's body to the library and put Makaru in his place, right? To be precise, they struck Makaru ahead of me and stunned her, then moved the corpse to the library, which made me off guard. This is the order in which they were attacked. Capturing Inori, killing Yamaguchi, and stunned Makaru. Last step, it was aimed at me. So what do you think now, Ohara? The reasoning we made in front of us has fundamentally no issue. No matter what excuses you try to argue, it will be the same. It's really hard to believe it, but if you're the real culprit, don't drag this out long and confess. Doubting anyone like this is something that I don't want to do to anyone. As Maeda says, it's unbelievable to disguise the culprit. Quiet, devout believer of God, becoming a murderer that killed 2 people. There's no evidence, no excuse for reasoning about his usual actions or being a Christian. Just have to focus on picking out one person who can only be seen as the culprit. So then what are you going to do now, murderer? Ohara? Yes, I apologize. I was wrong. Are you admitting it? No, I doubted your reasoning. But the time when Yamaguchi died, The time difference tricks seem to be all correct. So according to that reasoning, O'Hara is the only one who remains as the culprit? Definitely not. Everyone has alibis, except for me, Makaru, and Kinjo. But because I'm the one who kept the cell phone, I'm being mistaken for the culprit. What do you mean by mistaken? You are the culprit. There's nothing to doubt and you have nothing else to say. Are you still unaware of all the conditions that can be committed when all of them are pointing at you? I am aware that I'm the only one who meets the criminal's conditions. Among the living people, that is. What? This guy, how long are you going to force this? What is being forced here is that I'm the culprit, but I am not. But because you guys are so driven by this, it's no wonder you're trying to desperately get me to accept these charges, aren't you? If that's the case, I'll have to point myself being innocent as the blackened, and everyone will die together. Be so stubborn like that, so you're not the culprit, is that it? You fool, they're trying to trick us like that. We can't be sure of that. I'm not convinced that O'Hara is the culprit at all. You guys are stupid. What did you just say? All the evidence points to O'Hara as the culprit, and all the tricks are undeniable. Why is O'Hara still fighting? Is there something to make any conclusive objection? Now, there still remains one path to make you consider me not being as the culprit. I hope after you hear this, it will change your mind. Holy shit. Yeah, I knew it wasn't O'Hara. It's too obvious. It's too easy. Among the living people? What do you mean? Think carefully. There must have been someone who could commit the crime besides me. For example, Kanata Inori, I mean. Inori is dead, though! Why did the culprit kill two people in the first place? Doesn't that feel odd? This is my idea. Inori kills Yamaguchi, and then she kills herself. Stupid, do you really think that makes sense? Oh, it doesn't make sense? Inori is also capable of committing a series of crimes. You would know that best. Obviously, there's no alibi, but in order to tape yourself and die by dropping a cell phone, suicide doesn't seem possible. Then Inori is not the culprit? In other words, like this, according to my reasonings, Inori killed Yamaguchi at 8:40. After hiding Yamaguchi in the locker, she went through the hallway at nighttime. I was ambushed and attacked after the other victim. The last act, she went to the science lab she had set up, tied herself up, and waited for the alarm to go off. I just randomly guessed, but I'm glad I got it first try. I got 0. What the fuck? O'Hara, that's wrong. Your rebuttal is full of contradictions. Is it, Maeda? Why is that? All of you were in the dormitory at nighttime. And attacking Kinjo, Makaru, and me would not have been impossible for Inori at all. I used to say, Inori killed Yamaguchi, attacked Makaru, Kinjo, and O'Hara, finished all the work including the blood transfusion packs, and finally went to the science lab to prepare to commit suicide, right? Yes, and no one saw it, which means you can't deny Inori's crime. There are no means, am I correct? No, they saw it. The reason why Inori can't be the culprit is because someone saw it. What? Tyra, you must have been around that time, right? By the science room just before nighttime yesterday. You said the door didn't open. Oh yes, the door didn't open. It's weird, right? According to O'Hara's words, Inori at that time, after moving Yamaguchi's corpse and attacking Kinjo and the other steps, you need to be prepared. Why didn't the science lab door open? That's right, the answer will come out eventually, because Inori was already tied up in the science lab at that time. But of course, it would be impossible to open the door from outside if you wanted to walk through the entrance. If Inori was committing a crime from outside at the time, but the science lab was already locked, it would be a huge contradiction. Wait a minute. What do you think, O'Hara? Can you still say that Inori can commit crimes? Wait and listen. Just because the science lab was locked, doesn't mean it was locked with a latch. When Tyra tried to enter, the door could have been locked with the lock function attached to the door itself. Right, but then what about this? As a result of my investigation, I found out that the door to the science lab doesn't have a lock function. There's no space to apply a key lock in the first place. It's all over, Kinji Uhara. No further rebuttal is possible. Now confess in good faith. Uhara, please stop and admit it already. Uhara? Why are you? I thought it was lucky that I defeated Tsurugi, Kinjo, and Makara. Why can trash without talent like you can drive me to this point? Huh? Uhara, you know, your character collapsed. Uhara, calm down a little. Shut up, you bitches! This trash! This bitch broke down my plan simply because you tried to open the damn door to the science lab. Eek! It's all over. I just heard you loud and clear. Doesn't matter if it's a confession, right? So you come down in the end from mental breakdown. It's pathetic. Shut up, shut up, shut up! It's still here. Wait and see. That you? Yes, that's it. I still need proof. There's no evidence. If I'm the culprit, show me the evidence. Come on now. You're the only one who doesn't have an alibi, right? Shut up, you X-worth bastard. Do you want to get stuck in the ground from head to toe, huh? Why do you suddenly turn into such a vile criminal? Not like a criminal, but he is a criminal. So you won't admit it, even though you're the only one who can do this. Just ignore him and vote, will ya? If you look at what Ohara just said, what's the point of incapacitating Kinjo and Makaro? This is almost like a confession, right? I'll kill you. I want to kill the bastards who are going to vote me right now, treating me as a criminal without evidence at all, and you're like thinking this is all done. What do we do? Ohara, if I show you the evidence, are you going to finally admit it? I'll admit it. There's evidence like the most speculative remarks are alibi blanks. Real physical evidence, you bastard. There might be. What? Maeda, you know this, but it's only going to be slower if you let him catch the holes with poor evidence. Fortunately, I can't help you here because I have nothing more to come up with. Will you be okay? Yes, it's okay, Ohara. Who's not sane, it's just going to forcefully scream against the opponent. Make sure to present the proof correctly, then you will finally admit it. Don't joke around, Yuki Maeda. You're so lucky, incompetent human being. Ohara, from now on, I'll show you conclusive evidence that you are the culprit of this case. You're a little sloppy. If my predictions are correct, you'll have no choice but to admit it. Yeah, is this fun for you? Do it then. Do whatever you want. If it's evidence or unreasonableness, I'll make you a criminal and execute you myself. Fun of an innocent person. You're certainly not sane right now. And about this evidence, I can't say for sure. I do believe not only in me, but I believe in my friends too. Exercise this double. So it is him. Okay. I'm surprised. This trial went by much faster than the second one. I can't move this cursor fast enough, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. What? I reloaded. It wouldn't shoot, dude. It literally wouldn't shoot sometimes. Let me use Z. Let me do Z again. Let me do Z again, man, because he is much easier. Is it just him? That seems way too obvious. Yeah, that's easier. Okay. Like, sometimes it just doesn't work. Like, sometimes it just doesn't... It's gotta be in the center. How am I supposed to do this? This is really hard. I can't do this, man. Fuck this challenge. Dude, fuck this level. Okay, well now they just want me to get the skills. Okay. I literally can't move fast enough, game. What? No, come on. Fuck off, dude. I can't move fast enough. This game sucks, dude. This minigame sucks. I hate this minigame. It's like, you don't move fast enough. It's like they expect you to have certain skills for this, but I can't, like, predict what skills I'm supposed to have. Yeah, I couldn't move fast enough. Oh my god. Please. I'm dead. Because I lost all my health. I couldn't do it. This fucking shit sucks, dude. This fucking this shit sucks. Do I have to redo? Fuck this. I hate this shit. Almost looks like you're supposed to be able to do it with the mouse. There we go. I did it fast. Can I reload, please? Okay, there we go. This is it. There we go. Makaru's last trump card. So it was him. What the fuck? It's just him? Okay, that's kind of anticlimactic. Okay. Ohara, unfortunately for you, there's already clear evidence of your crime. You can only be said to be the culprit. There's conclusive physical evidence. What? Poof. There's nothing like that. What is that, Maeda-kun? That's... Unfortunately, I do not know. I'll stop joking around. However, Makaru knows it. Makaru? Hold on, where's this confirmation come from? You're not trying to rely on my reasoning, are you? Makaru told you, didn't you? No matter what happened, she has an insurance to cover her life. When the aspect of this trial remains solved, as a corner with no answer, you will show us the last piece of evidence. Insurance? It is something only that woman knows. It's a little frustrating, but I know this isn't the time. I'll stay out of this. Wait a minute, I did in fact said that to be incompetent. It's not like that. The killer is already cornered and running crazy, right? I think I'm going to let you know. Someone doesn't even want to cooperate in this situation. Look at us, Makaru. We are believing in you. So you finished then? It's over. After all, Maeda has been just bluffing and throwing unfounded accusations. Your proof is Makaru that doesn't even want to cooperate. It's just great. She knows nothing. There's no physical evidence and I'm the culprit. Me? Not know anything? Huh, Makaru, you angry? Nasty pig killer. Where do you want your funeral? Can you tell me? Provocation at this stage? Fine, I'll write your will then. It doesn't matter if I vote for Kinji Ohara and end the trial as it is. If I do, it feels like I'm just being beaten. Whatever you're talking about. Maybe you all remember it. When I was investigating after the incident, I asked all of you to show me your right hand. Yeah, you to everyone. You did, but I didn't know the meaning of it. You did that strange act to all of us? Wait, I didn't know about this. You didn't do that to me, right? You woke up late. I didn't have a chance to do that. Well, there are some mysteries that were solved before that. She's asking for my right hand to show. She held me tight as if wrapping my right hand. Is there something about that? I was surprised. Wasn't really sure what it was. I don't think she was that kind of person. But what's up with that? That was to check the back of your right hand. The reason I wrapped it with my hand was because I needed darkness. Darkness? If you're wondering what I'm talking about, why don't you all give it a try? Look at the dark side by covering the back of your right hand. It's all clear here. You asked me to wrap it up. It's just the back of my hand. What did you expect to see? Well, I definitely told you to try it, everyone. Why are you staying still, Kinji Ohara? Ohara? Hey, stay still, you. Let me go. Go away. Hey, what the hell is this on the back of your hand? I don't know. I don't know anything. Oh, please, you must know. What you got there is luminous paint. Luminous paint? I was marked by you? Don't joke around. You and I never met at the time of the crime. There wouldn't have been a time to be marked like this. Oh my, why are you saying that? You definitely met with me, right? When you put me to sleep with chloroform. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. So it seems you think I'm the culprit, is that it? Even if that were the case, isn't it obvious that the killer attacked you? You're just claiming that you've used luminous paint on my hand just because that's your own opinion. Sorry, Makaru, but this isn't possible without knowing in advance that you'll be attacked. That's why you guys are so pathetic. Do you think I wasn't prepared for anything and going as usual every night? Prepared? You, no way. The one who put this luminous paint, it was you? That's right. Do you think I'm stupid enough and I'll trust you guys when I don't know the outcome? When Maki Kyoka died, I was always prepared for anything. Well, besides the glowing paint, I prepared other tricks. A woman and have no idea who and when someone will come at me. So I tried to use glowing paint only in the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario? You're saying even if you die due to the glowing paint, we can find out who did it. Is that what you mean? Oh wait, Makaru's selection of words, it just feels a little erotic. Fortunately, I only fainted this time, but my life was in danger. Should I say that I was lucky? I was trying to use the luminous paint for the purpose of something else, like a dying message. I can live like this and drive off the killer's smug face with one sentence. But even so, at some point I could have... You're an idiot, aren't you? If you're curious, you'd better think about which hand you put chloroform in my mouth. Oh! In other words, Makaru said that the killer put his hand on her mouth, meaning you applied the glowing paint before fainting? Before you lost consciousness? Makaru, what a scary person. What do you think? Are you still going to hit the ball, killer? Wait, not yet. All she said is just lies.
Because I just rubbed this glowing paint on myself yesterday. It has nothing to do with this now. This woman is the culprit.
Except something you don't know about with your own mouth just a few moments ago. What are you talking about?
Don't make me laugh. Don't joke around. I'm not the culprit. I'm not the culprit, okay?
O'Hara, stop it now. It's already over.
Make me laugh.
There's no one on your side already, O'Hara. Speaking any more than that is nothing more than a futile effort. If you are still not willing to admit it, I'll organize the case from the beginning and let you admit it. You have no choice but to admit it. Nah, I got it. Alright. And then wipe the blood off. Damn, dude, that's fucked up what they did. That's super fucked up. I love his face here. Tsurugi's face is so good here. He's like, ah! It's like, ah! Oh. Oh, yeah. Then afterwards she gets electrocuted. That's fucked up, dude. That's really fucked up. Holy shit. First, the start of the case begins when the criminal attacks Yamaguchi and Inori. I don't know why the two were targeted by the culprit, but the killer must have taken Yamaguchi by some means first. Then they took him to the art room and sliced Yamaguchi's neck. The time this took place was at 8:40, which is also listed in the Monokuma file. However, this was not at 8:40 a.m., it was last night at 8:40 p.m. In other words, the killer committed a bold crime while we were still roaming around the place. Afterwards, the killer put the corpse in a locker in the art room to hide Yamaguchi's body. The culprit who succeeded in killing Yamaguchi immediately focused his efforts on dealing with the crime scene. They opened up the tarp that prevents blood from splattering, cleaned up the murder weapon used as the intake, and wiped the blood with Inori's white coat that had been removed beforehand. However, while using the tarp, a small hole was left due to the killer's mistake, and the white coat was not properly erased. Thanks to this, it cleared a lot of circumstances surrounding the methods of disposal. Anyways, the art room where Kamaguchi was killed became clean. This time they devised a trick to kill the second victim, Inori. That's right, it involved a phone and stun gun. It was a method of electrocution by drowning in water the stun gun at a predetermined time, using a vibration function. To do this, the killer went to the science lab and first fixed Inori's whole body with tape to keep them from moving. And then the water from the sink in the science lab was turned to the maximum capacity. After a few hours in that state, the science lab was overflowing with water like a bathhouse. There's one more thing. The killer connected the phone to the stun gun and placed it at an angle as if it were to fall from the desk. They set the phone alarm to 8:30 a.m. When this happens, the alarm turns on the next morning, and the phone makes a vibration movement in minutes. And the phone starts to fall off along with the stun gun because of the vibration. When everything was set in stone, the killer locked the door with a latch so no one could interfere with the tricks arranged in the lab. After everything was done, the killer probably thought most of them, including me, won't come out of their private rooms because it was nighttime hours, but the problem was that Kinjo and Makaru ran around openly at nighttime. As long as they thought the time when the crime was done in the morning, the trick that everything was set in advance is discovered in the middle of the night, everything would be over for them. So the killer thought to keep Kinjo and Makaru from moving until the morning after. First, the killer attacked Mikaro with chloroform and brought her into the art room. They took out Yamaguchi's body that had been in the locker until then and put Mikaro inside instead. And then Yamaguchi's body was used as bait to lure Kinjo. The killer put Yamaguchi's corpse in the library, made some extra work to make Kinjo discover the body, and then attacked Kinjo from behind in a vigilant gap. When Kinjo and Mikaro were successfully disabled and no one could interfere, the killer took a breather and started one last final act. As the morning was near, the killer went to the infirmary and packed a large amount of blood transfusion packs. It spread them in Yamaguchi's body to make it look like it just died and the bleeding was fresh. And then they sprinkled a certain amount of blood on themselves as to make it look like they were ambushed by the killer. The morning after last night, of so many things happening at once, we noticed that a few people were missing, so we needed to search for them in each room of the school. Then we met with the killer, who was lying down near the stairs. After we divided into two groups, we decided to search the second and third floors. And the search on the second floor found the fallen Kinjo. The search on the third floor found a trapped Mikaro. Afterwards, when a member on the third floor checks for an abnormality in the science lab and tries to open the door, the mobile phone and the stun gun hit the water at the killer's preset time, falling. Into the water, killing Inori on the spot. Soon after, we managed to open the door to the science lab. And a timing that couldn't be more ideal for the killer, Inori's body and Yamaguchi's body were found almost simultaneously. The one who has done a formidable job, who killed 2 people overnight, plus injured 2 people, the identity of this heinous and cruel criminal. It's none other than you, Kinji Uhara. There's no place to run anymore, Uhara. Uhara? Excellent. As Maeda said, no matter how badly it was, this is it. Seems this was my limit. What? All of a sudden he came back to normal. What, was that it? He must have been acting like a Tano. That means, did you just admit it? That you are the culprit? Yeah, I am. I am the culprit. Oh, that's it. That was a kind of underwhelming trial. I hate this mechanic. I only game overed once. I don't know what it said. I failed more than once. How much I play the role of the judge, I'm really sad because I seem to have been too much of a dead weight. This anger is a vote time of anger. Sam, you guys will now have to vote with the switch in front of you. Well, that sucks. That was kind of underwhelming. I was hoping the priest would live because I liked his character up to that point. I literally said in this trial I like his character, and then he just fucking died. Damn, man. Yes, as a result of your vote, your choice was... Correct answer. They didn't need the blacken who killed 2 people. It was Kinji Uhara. How was it? Did someone thought I was going to say those lines before voting? Uhara. For the second half of the trial, we've been almost certain of it, I guess. Why did you kill them? I'm sorry. You're sorry? There's no excuse. Is that all you have to say after killing someone? Plus killing on 2 of our group. Do you know what that makes you a serial killer? Weren't you very agitated and arguing back a little while ago, Uhara? Why did you suddenly become so quiet? I only thought that more talk would delay the inevitable. I had a reason to live and survive this trial, even if I had to do that sin. That's right. If we found out that you did the murder, you're going to die. He already knew that the moment he was caught. No, that's not the reason I did it. That's not it? Your motive? Was there something else? Motive. How you get murdered to get out and escape. Tomorrow was the secret note. Does that mean the original motive of all these events is also the same this time? Was it the motive this time? The thing that you desperately wanted in that video and that you wished for? You mean you had a wish that you wanted to get by killing 2 people? Wrong. There are a few things that I must correct for you. You are right about everything. The plan and killings are correct, but I didn't mean to kill 2 people from the start. Huh? You may look at this as an excuse, but only then that person's death will become colorless, so let me speak. Maeda, your reasoning is wrong. The only person I was trying to kill was Kanata Inori. Yet in the end, it's too late and also too clumsy to plan serial killings. The execution had a sense of improvisation. First, according to the rules of the school, serial killing would be more damning and profitable for the culprit. So what, were you trying to kill one person to make your sin lighter? I mentioned this was not meant to be an excuse, but you're saying that as it is one. However, I have something to say. I'd appreciate it if you listen quietly. Funny you say such a thing. Do you think I'm going to listen to a killer's request? Kinjo, I'm sorry, but try to be quiet. The reason I did this murder is not very relevant to your motives, as you may have guessed, but I'll talk about that later. Inori was always in the infirmary, so she was very easy to target. This probably happened during Tyra's uproar, so most of you were in the dormitory side. I took that gap and kidnapped Inori from the infirmary, moved her to the art room on the 3rd floor, and tried to stab Inori with the plaster weapon. However, that's when he came and threw me away. The one and only Yamaguchi, who I thought was in the dormitory side with you guys.
Nori, and you. Ohara, what are you doing? Stop! Why is Ohara doing this? This is not the time for that. I have to take Inori and run away. Damn it. Why is Inori unconscious? Oh no, before that I have to get away from Ohara. I have to go and check where everyone is. I didn't want to do this, but you forced me. Can't help it, Yamaguchi. I'm sorry. I didn't hold a grudge, nor hatred to both of you. Forgive me. Keep Inori alive. It has already become irreversible. I'm sorry. I know, right? Always saying Inori. Aw. That guy was a wonderful person. How many people can run without having a single thought about their own lives to instead save others? Yamaguchi died because he witnessed it, and you were forced to kill him? Yes, originally Inori should have been the one to be cut to death with the plaster weapon in the art room. However, because Yamaguchi intervened, I changed the plan in a rush. Now that I hear this, the front and back are starting to fit better. It's especially strange because of Inori Kanata's white coat wiping the blood in the art room. That couldn't be helped, right? When you killed Kakeru Yamaguchi, Kanata Inori, the person he was holding, had his blood splattered on her. That's true, come to think of it, when Ohara said he had an injury, the wound was real. That was not acting, but being pushed by Yamaguchi. So that's the story. Anyway, you're a serial killer who killed 2 people. That remains the same no matter what you say to anyone. But why did Ohara attempt to murder? I can't even imagine. It's hard to explain. How should I say this? Wait, before that, can I ask you something? When Tyra's commotion happened, you said you kidnapped Inori. But if Tyra didn't have a commotion, what would you have done? I mean, you wouldn't have known that. It would have been difficult to schedule the kidnapping. Why are you asking that for that so suddenly, Kurikawa? What are you trying to say? In other words, this is what the woman said. How did you know that Tyra's uproar would happen? Oh, they knew? Think about it. If you had decided to kill, you would have a plan and executed in advance. How could they calculate the timing to kidnap Kanata and Nori without knowing that everyone was gathered in the dormitory because of Tyra's bustle? I'm not sure what Tyra's situation was in the first place. Oh, so after all, it was Kurokawa. You seem to have the power to pick words by its very own core. It's natural to think like Kurokawa. It would be strange to hear that. The plan looks as if it knew in advance that Tyra would go and make a ruckus. The answer to this is simple. It's because I knew in advance. Huh? How? Are you a psychotherapist? You knew Tyra's mental state and predicted the future? I don't think he's talking about that. Speak, I'll listen to this. It's not that big of a mystery. Someone just informed me. Tyra's going to make a fuss soon. There'll be an empty frame for you. Not anyone can tell you that. You don't tell me. There's one more thing I have to apologize for doing to you guys. In particular you, Maeda. I should apologize more than the others. Eh? I am... Very obvious story that the leader from the darkness gave Kinji Ahara intimidation and threats from the shadows and led him that chance to kill a couple of times. What would you just say? No, you're always suddenly interrupting. Let me quickly say it one more time. Ohara, the traitor? This is the end of the story, so we're done chatting. Traitor, but you got blackmailed? What are you talking about? Even if I'm the traitor, I don't know much. I don't know who the mastermind is, and why the mastermind is doing this to us. However, when we first came here, Monokuma approached me and awoke me before you guys. They were holding our church's children hostage. They said they'll give me information and will release them if I do what I am told to do. What in the heavens? Wait a minute, Cathedral children, calm down, speak slowly. Cathedral where I belong to, rather there's a facility that takes care of children who have nowhere to go. It is entirely in the hands of Monokuma. So I was threatened under that pretext. Did you really fall for that kind of crap? That was all a bluff from that bear. That was not a bluff. He showed me the video, and I was shown having a conversation with the children myself. What did they ask? What were you instructed to do? Basically, I had a surveillance camera, so I was filming everything that was happening in every blind spot and sending it to the mastermind. More importantly, if killing were happening between students, entered in a stalemate, I would commit the murder myself. If I don't comply with this, they said he would murder the children instantly. I didn't have a choice. So did you commit the murder because there was a deadlock after Ayame? That was the motive. This time our motive, it was useless to anyone? If you look at it that way, you may not be able to see anything. But Monokuma in that time, he said, is the time, so you were instructed to move. Was the time when the announcement of the motive came. The completely soundproof private room showed me the children. If you kill this time, your children will be free, and if you don't get caught, you can get out from the school. Fully soundproof room. No wonder this motive is purely to deliver the orders to Kinji. These are the lives of children, the threat, Nuhara. Fair, they'll make it easy for you. This is not a blackmail. If I just gave you a choice, if Haruka didn't want to kill, he could have refused. Mess with me, you said moments ago that there were threats. You know, it's a narrative thing, don't think too deeply. The last time was so rotten, because I couldn't let those children die. You guys, I really have no face to show you. Of course, I understand to some extent that this was forced upon you. Would you still have to get your hands bloody? Was it not necessary to kill? Think those kids want you to be a bloody murderer? It's like kids don't want me to be a killer. I don't want kids to lose their lives. There was only one way. It's enough with just me to fall into hell. You don't want kids to lose their lives? And you're saying when you kill someone, you don't know, like a Nori and Yamaguchi, they will lose their lives as well? Nori and Yamaguchi also have friends, family, and you say there are some people you don't want them to die? You don't even know the details, and you're worried about the children, right? Strange, Kinjo. My logic shouldn't be any different from yours, but you're getting heated, aren't you? The logic of a killer is the same as mine. What are you talking about? Discard prime numbers for the majority. Isn't that what you said? I sacrificed the lives of 15 people and took the precedence over the lives of 100 cathedral children. Huh! Of course, that doesn't mean I'm allowed to commit murder. But Kinjo, you put Makaru, Tamori, and me in danger over the ones who went saying the exact same thing. Wouldn't it be necessary to reconsider your stance at least once, Kinjo? Damn, calling him out. And I know too well that I'm an ugly being. It won't be enough to go to the Lord's side, but it's enough to suffer, go to hell, and die. But it's fine, although I will not be able to meet those kids because I won't be able to live. I was able to save their lives with my sacrifice. Nanakuma, you kept your promise?
Of course, even though Uehara's crime was revealed and on the verge of being executed, he still murdered as I ordered him to. And when you killed Yamaguchi, the children have already been released.
The children, they are safe, right?
Oh, are you curious? Do you want to see the proof then? Video, please. Are they gonna be dead? The floor is dark and there's a noise on the screen that appears from somewhere. Showing was winter in the dark street, less than 4 or 5 year olds. Mostly looking like elementary school students. There's the bodies of many children. Some parts have already been corrupted, deformed, and transformed. There were kids whose bones began to appear. A child that's body had a broken shape that was unknown to me. And the small bodies were telling me that they were kids. Oh. Hey, did you play the wrong video?
Those clothes. Kana. That's Haruki. That hat was from Mitsuki.
Uehara?
Monokuma, how did this happen? You promised.
Huh? Promised? Didn't I keep it? I definitely promised to release the kids. Had I ever told you I would let them be? Uehara, wake up. Scumbag. You're human. How could you do this? I'm not human, but a bear. Uehara, don't be so sad. It's been a while since you've been dead anyway. Soon you'll meet them. Meet them? Yeah, shouldn't we start soon? Execution time! Make you follow your kids, so be patient.
That's so fucked. He killed the kids. He let them go and then slaughtered them afterwards. Holy fuck.
Much. You don't have much time either. I've got a busy schedule here.
Oh my god. That's fucked. That's super dark. Holy shit. Oh, I feel so bad for Kenji. Oh, he's gonna be crucified, isn't he? Oh, yep. He's gonna be crucified. Fuck me, man. Yep. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care. Everything he lived for is gone. Oh no. The Romans. What is happening? What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, okay. Oh, he got launched into space. Oh, nope, he's coming back down. Oh, fuck. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, fuck, he got crushed.
Priest. Adios and amen. Unfair, this is really too much. Hara was killed like Kiga and Hatano, horribly executed. Hara didn't stay sane until the end. Couldn't break up the children because he was tricked by Monokuma. And he killed Inori and Yamaguchi for nothing. Devastating facts, Uhara's spirit was broken, executed thinking and recalling until the last minute. Kobazing, where are you going? This thing called Monokuma, I won't be satisfied until I beat that thing. If you do that, you'll just die alone. Why don't you stay still? That's right, if you're angry with me, you can't help it. Because it's you guys who did this, and I'm just following the rules. It's not a bad thing. You're so smart, Monokuma. Huh? You never intend to sympathize with a killer, but this time it seems a little different. You always say I, as the judge, should not participate in the trial. In this case, you influenced the case itself, let alone the trial. According to Kinjo Ohara, they were told that Tiara would cause a commotion soon. In that framework, Kinji was able to carry out the crime with ease. This is not a motivation level or anything like that. This is enough to call you an accomplice. Is it really? So what are you trying to say? What am I saying? That's what this side wants to say. How do you want to do to us? If the purpose was to kill us, it would have been possible to annihilate all of us already. If that's not the case, it's also strange that they tried to kill us by buying a murderer, like in the case of Kinji. There's no sense of purpose in your actions. What the hell are you after while making us do all of this? Kinjo, you idiot. When in the world would a mastermind tell you its purpose, saying, yes, this is it? If I wanted to tell you, it's not worth telling you guys. What do you mean? No big deal, just that I hate you. It what? Monokuma, hey. Kuma used to speak and act as usual, suddenly stopped moving. As if it was a ridiculous act, he stiffened on the stop, as if time had stopped. What happened? It suddenly froze up. It's okay, let's just hit it this one time. Please calm down. Guys, let's go. Where are we going? Why so sudden? Kako. There's no time, I'll explain it as we go. So where are we heading? To the warehouse. Is there a secret stairs in the warehouse? We can't go down there anyway, right? Do you want to get honeycombed by that gun? What? Eesh! Kako died! Ah! She's okay though? What happened? The machine gun doesn't react at all. I'm not sure, but I guess that means Monokuma was lying. We do the chores later and go in already. I don't think this was a lie. The machine gun is running properly. But it's not attacking us, right? Hey, Kokoro, you said you were going to explain as we go. What the hell is all this? I noticed for a while before the class trial started, but I only noticed it for a second. Now I can say for certain, Monokuma had a power outage. Power outage? When Monokuma was shutting down, all the school's facilities stopped operating. That's why there's no problem with this machine gun here. Like entering the bathroom of the opposite sex and other things. That sounds like paradise? Yeah, please ignore the pervert here and continue explaining. I've been investigating the secret stairs since I discovered it. Checked by throwing a barrel, but the machine gun reacted and responded. You know, so it's safe because Monokuma has stopped now? What happens when Monokuma suddenly starts running? We all together be honeycomb. Hey! There is this crisis and an opportunity. We can finally check what's down here. Let's find it all. But how the hell do you know all that? You know the structure. Know that you know how Monokuma operates? What now? You've been so good at talking and acting so far. We experienced that already. Is the staircase end? How far are we going down? We're here. Here it is. Is this a dead end rather than a way out? I thought the exit wouldn't come up so easily. Apart from that, this room seems quite interesting. Prison is such deep underground. Is that it? Wow, you came. Before anything, well done, Monokuma. How did you move? Well, maybe I just pretended to stop. What the heck? Putting that away, what are you talking about? Didn't I told you? There's a terrifying creature trapped under this staircase. Just disposed of it a while ago. For me, you guys would have been in a terrible situation at that point. Dispose of it? There's no way. How? I thought you guys would come here sooner or later, so I transferred it. It's not the only prison here. I don't know what you're talking about, but in the end, you're saying there isn't an escape route here? Escape? You guys, did you really just came down here hoping for a way out? Sorry, but there's no such thing. You guys are nuts if you think there's a way out. There's no other way other than to kill, so how about you give up on that idea? Yes, I don't want to watch killing each other. I want to leave. Let me out of here. Save me. Stop becoming even more desperate. I had no choice but to helplessly beat up on Monokuma. The people we had, two in an execution, there's no choice but to be on the palm of Monokuma. We didn't know yet. The despair was just getting started. And lamps below the betrayer. There's only 8 left. 8 boys and girls left. Yes. I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next part. Peace.